It's a pleasure to share with you this afternoon. I would like to talk to you today and share with you about God's provision, and particularly a time in my life where God provided richly. First of all, God is called Jehovah Jireh. He's called that that name is used by Abraham when God provided a ram as a substitute sacrifice instead of his son Isaac. And it's often translated too as the God who sees. So God sees and he provides for us. And a verse that's impacted me about this is in Philippians 4:19. But my God shall supply all your need according to his riches and glory by Christ Jesus. A situation that happened in my life many, many years ago was when my husband, who's now been a pastor for 38 years, surrendered his life to become a full-time worker. He wanted to be a pastor and in ministry. He quit his job. He had a very good job, which he'd only had for a year after finishing his master's at Auckland University. And he went to his boss and said, "God's called me to go into ministry. I quit." He didn't have any other plan of a job or how he was going to get money. I had just been accepted to Teachers College and was due to start in about 2 or 3 weeks. So all in all, we had no income to start the year. We sat down and he decided that to buy a cleaning business would be a good way to earn money. So he found a cleaning business. He talked to the man, we had a price, and in our naivety, we thought we could just walk into a bank and ask for the money and they would loan it to us. So he walked into a bank and they laughed, sent him away with no money. We went and tried our parents and they either couldn't or wouldn't loan us the money. One of them couldn't. The other one thought that we were so foolish, they didn't want to lend us the money. So we went away, we sat down at home and we were sitting there and we said, the only thing we can do is pray. So we started praying. As we prayed, a car pulled up in our driveway. It was my auntie who had just moved back from overseas. I didn't know her very well. And she walked in the door and she'd brought us a bunch of flowers because it was our wedding anniversary. And we'd completely forgotten that was the case because we were so caught up with how we were going to live our lives, what we were going to do for our income. And we'd been praying. She turned up and my husband looked at me. She was quite a wealthy woman. She didn't have children of her own, so she viewed me and my siblings as her children. And he looked at her and said, "We have a problem. We need some money to buy a cleaning business." And she said, "How much do you need?" He told her, and it was quite a many thousands of dollars actually, which 38 years ago or more was quite a lot of money. And she said, "That's all right." And she opened her checkbook. You might not have them now, but we used to write in checks. She opened her checkbook, wrote us out an amount to buy the cleaning business, the full amount right then and there. And it was such an answer to prayer. We repaid her back. That cleaning business was an incredible blessing in our lives. It was very hard work, and I think God gives you things, but he still expects you to work. We worked very, very hard, going out after Teachers College, after Bible College, cleaning at nights, cleaning on the weekends. In our 20s, that was our life. With that business, we lived off it. At the same time, we paid it back with interest. We were able to sell it and have a deposit on our first home. So that was just an incredible blessing in our lives at that time, and a provision from God. As we were praying, the car drove up. So an answer to prayer as well. And there's another verse that I came across in Proverbs about money, which I think it just struck me when I read it. In Proverbs 30, verses 7 to 9, "Give me neither poverty nor riches, otherwise I may have too much and disown you and say, 'Who is the Lord?' Or I may become poor and steal and so dishonour the name of my God. So God, as it says in Philippians 4:19, he shall meet all of our needs, whatever that is, whatever that need might be. Thank you.